Today we are starting with our topic, and our course today is business finance, business policy and strategy. And I will be commencing with the framework of business, which is in chapter 1. And we're going to talk about what it's all about business. And there you will know the relevance of business to everyone and to everyday's activities. Business affects us and affects all of us. This is why it is relevant to study the business. And apparently, we know that business is very relevant to everyday's life and everyone. Whether you believe it or you did not believe it, business is very, very important. We need to live our life independently, and without business, it is very hard to survive in the midst of today's struggle and activities in the world today. Now, business has become more sensitive, not just to the need and wants of the people, but also is making us to have a social responsibility. Business is commercially and is a human need that is very important for us to abide and to go into business. Business is a bond that holds society together in a day-to-day human interaction. And here we'll discover that our business activities are to note that all civilization has been found on some forms of business organization and a marketplace. Okay, then with all these, what is business? What is business? The meaning of business. Business, therefore, may be defined as the organized effort by individual to produce goods and services, to sell these goods and services in a marketplace, and to reap some reward for these efforts. In other words, business is a series of profit-directed activities that are designed to supply and distribute useful and valuable goods and services to consumers. Goods are material products of some value that can be, okay? Here we see that that can be touched and clearly observed, such as car, clothing, and toys, and so on and so forth. Now, business is an activities that keeps you busy, that yield profits. That is a definition. Business is also any transaction that involve buying and selling. Business is a transaction that involve between two or more people, between organization, between government and organization, between individual and organization, between individual and individuals. And this transaction yield revenue in return, which eventually brought about profits. Here we see that business is a very lucrative thing to engage in, and it is a legitimate. Business can be defined as any legitimate activities or activities embarked upon by one person or group of individuals for production and distributions of goods and services for the satisfaction of needs and wants of the people for the purpose of making profits. And we have seen series of business definitions. And here we discover that business are very, very important to everyday's life. Now we can see that business also can be embarked upon by one person or group of persons, even governments, which I said earlier on, even government. This means business ownership structure range from one-man business to group of individuals to government ownership and so on and so forth. Now, business may involve either production or distribution of goods, provisions of services. Therefore, some business are involved in production of tangible products, while others are involved in provision of intangible products. What are tangible products and intangible products? Tangible products are products that you can touch, you can hold, you can see, and you can feel it. These are tangible products like car, like furnitures, like laptop, like some other goods that you can touch, you can see. Now, when you're talking about intangible products, these are like services that is being rendered, services being rendered. These are intangible products like barber, that is rendering service, like teachers, rendering teachings activities, like we have network services, network provider, like MTN, like Glo. These are intangible products that you can able to feel and you can able to have a feeling of it. Now, the major objective of distinguish a business from other undertaking or organization is profits. Now, profits distinguish business from all other organization and undertaking, because anything that deals with business must yield to profits. Profits is a major objective of a business. Therefore, there are other objectives that are pursued by business which are necessary to enhance the realization of profit motive. In some reasoning, profit making would equally make it possible for a business to able to achieve most of its aim or objectives. Okay, now we quickly looked at the scope and business activities in Nigeria. Okay, business activities and its scope can be seen in the following area in Nigeria. Okay, one, the creation of goods and services, for example, involving in raw products or service. Okay, that's one of the scope. Then we have another one, which is extractions of goods, that is natural resources such as gold, iron rod, stone, and animal from their natural location, extraction. So that's another activity. Another activity is manufacturing of goods, converting raw material or semi-finished goods into finished consumable or such goods. Okay, then the next one is distribution of goods and services, moving of raw material from semi-finished to finished goods, from producer either natural location to where they are needed for further processing or consumption. Okay, television of service, such as transportation, insurance, insurance banking, advertising, that can be enhanced the activities. Okay, that could be an error there. That should be a kind of services render to aid production, to aid business. These services render transportation, insurance, and so on and so forth. Then we have a provision of service to meet social and personal need, of consumer. For example, hairdressing, dry cleaning, medical service, school, entertainment, and so on and so forth. Okay, then we'll move down to the objective of business. What is objective of business? My students, it is very important to know that when we are considering objective of business, we should be able to know that objective of business are so encompassing, but few of them, which we are going to mention today, we're just going to mention few of them. Now, the main objective of business is to produce goods and services to consumer by people to satisfy their need and wants. This is done for a profit. Okay, it's done for a profit. One of the basic objectives of business is to fill the gap in the society. And when we're talking about the gap in the society, we are talking about the need of the people, what people are not able to see, which they need, and no one has produced it for them. So business comes in by seeing the niche and providing your niche, which will able to help the need of the society. And these eventually will also yield to profit. One of the objectives of business is also profit. Okay, so goods are physical products and include both necessity like clothes, shoe, food, books, etc. These are physical products which need to be produced. Then we see service are activities that help people, organization, without direct creating a physical product. And when we are talking about service, we talk about service rendering. Service can be classified as personal, professional, or financial. Okay, we talk about personal, talking about you yourself rendering service personally to like logistic, like we have networking, these are services. Then talk of professional, going to banking system, going to telecommunication. These are professional. You talk about financial, you talk about microfinance, rendering assistance, boosting businesses, increasing the capacity and the capability of business in the society. These are services being rendered. Then we also see in the world today, service range from office maintenance to repair and home. Okay, and we have so many of them and so on like that. Therefore, if consumer had no need or want to be satisfied, there will be no reason for business to exist. So the need that customer need to be satisfied, that is why business actually being created. Now we are talking about administration. We want to talk about administration. The term administration is there has always been a confusion, wide interpretation of administration and management, okay, and organization. The two-letter terms are often interwoven into definition associated with administration. In many definitions given by various people in the field of business, we shall not go into an argument about the difference at their level. Okay, administration function naturally permeates after activity. It is imprinted in every independent, every department, and no one is immune from its field. Administration is concerned with the communication of information through the procedure, the handling of papers work involving data capture, information retrievals, process and recording data, and the proper unit of the staff involved in these activities throughout the organization. Business administration is therefore an ability to administer business in order to achieve organizational objective. Business administration is therefore an ability to administer business in order to achieve organizational objective. Now, we want to talk about profits. Profits. And we are talking about profit here. What is profit all about? What is profit all about? Profit deals with the reward of your business. Okay? Profit deals with what? Reward of your business. Reward of your transaction activities. The reward of your transaction activities. That is profit. Now, when I'm talking about profit, profit is one of the aim of business and is imperative and is very important for us to discuss about profit in business. Although businesses exist to satisfy the need and wants of the consumer in the society. In fulfilling those needs and wants, the businessman expects something in return. And what is he expecting in return? That is profit. That is profit. This is to say that even a business has a useful or valuable product to sell to its customer, and it is able to set up its efficiency. It receives some of the compensation for its efforts. When you receive some compensation for your effort, that is money, that is like salary, like a return, and that is profit for you. Usually monies, if compensation exceed all the costs involved in products, and the product, a profit, a gain is made. Profit is the primary reason most people go into business. Profit is a primary reason most people go into business. Gain in terms of salary or wage is the basic reason why people work. Okay, business are organized and owned by people. Individuals invest their money, time, labor in a business with the hope of receiving some return, some profits. Profit is the reward for successful business person, and by skillful facing the risks of business, such as change in demand for products, competitors, and so on and so forth. It is a result of efficient providing useful and valuable products to those in need of it. Okay, so we are able to see about profit over there. Then we'll talk about the importance of profits. We are talking about the importance of profit. We are talking how valuable is profit. What make profit very good? Okay, the importance of profit. It is a measure of business performance. Okay, profit is a measure of business performance and a means of evaluating business growth. You use profit to measure business performance. You use profit to evaluate business growth. Okay, then it increases the motivation to invest in business. You know, when you discover that there is a more profits in a particular business and the risk is very, very low, it's not high risk, then you find yourself investing more into such business because you know that these are business that you want to invest in. The risks, you have calculated the risks, you know that the risks compared to what you are going to make is not to be compared. So the risk is very low, then the profit is increasing, the profit is high. So you find it more interest to invest in it because it motivates you. It increases your morale to invest more. Okay. Then number 3, it brings about expansion in business. You know, when you are making more profits, you will be able to diversify your profit into expansion to increase the size of your storage, to increase the size of the production, the capacity of the production, the target of the production, which eventually will increase your profits. Okay. Then you talk about it is an incentive for people to work more efficiently because more profits would means increased wage, more amenities and conditions of service for workers. Okay, so these will encourage them to work more because of the more incentive. Okay, that's number 4. The number 5 now, it enables individual to own properties. You know, when you begin to discover that there are increase in profits, you're able to see that there will be more of individual owning property, having their own property, because they have much money with them to do that. They have excess money to do that. Number 6, it leads to competition in the business system. Eventually, it will lead to competition in business system. Number 7, it makes it possible for goods and services to be available always. Okay, it makes it possible for goods and services to be available always. That's number 7. Number 8 now, it encourages economic growth. These are important of profit and many more we can find in our businesses today. Okay, that's the end of chapter 1. Thank you very much. Okay, students, thank you for listening. We'll continue next time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll continue next time.